I can get myself on top of the waterfall here. Oh, hello. You're on your way over there. There's a moblin. In a very similar spot to where enemies are located in Breath of the Wild. Cool. Yeah, okay. I need to go down. We're gonna check out this one. This used to be the Stasis Shrine. So what do you mean by eyes? I want to make sure I'm doing this right. I can grab this. Is this a recalled thing? No. So I'm supposed to drop this down, to my understanding, so... Apparently not. I'm not supposed to drop that down. Well, there's something here. A whole mechanism of sorts. Ruins. I thought I had to drop that stone down. That made the most sense. We'll make our way over to the light route in a moment. Because the light routes are attached to shrines, that's probably the one underneath the waterfall. Oh my god, there's so much stuff under here. And all of this was under the Great Plateau the whole time. We gotta illuminate this place. Go over that. This didn't do too much for me. There's so much complicated stuff down here. Yeah. This is a lot to take in. Interesting that there's statues down here that look like the princess with the Master Sword. That's very interesting. Random hole. Okay, well, where does this go? Okay. Didn't really have too much to talk about. Actually, wait, I want to do this real quick. I can get up here. Yeah. I don't know what I'm looking at entirely, though. This thing just goes down. I don't even know what this is. It's something. What the hell was going on down here? Hylia Canyon Mine. Okay, well, I wasn't riding a minecart, so... Oh my god. It's a fucking roller coaster. Maybe I should have taken a minecart? Link. I don't even know where that light went. This is leading me to another chasm. This is the Cryonis chasm. This is where it would drop you. Very, very interesting stuff. Let me read this again. Oh, hello. There's also just a geoglyph just on the side of Lake Hylia. I feel like we should go to that later. I'm not gonna do that now. I have a feeling I'm on the right track with this, because this is just here. Wait a second. Is it underneath this thing? It's literally an eye. I thought I had to bring the rock down. I didn't even see this. I genuinely didn't even see it. I should also just see if there's a Korok back here or something. No. I mean, this is funny, because this is where the stone used to be that you'd stasis launch yourself up there. So it's quite literally an eye. That what I should do is to attach it to this rock and drop the rock down, and this shouldn't do anything bad. Or I could, you know, press X to bring out the paraglider, Link doesn't bring out the paraglider, and then he tumbles to his doom. That's also an option. Attach it to this. What I want to do real quick is do this, but then also recall it. So that I can stand on it and then have it drop down. This way, hopefully, it won't unload itself or something. This is a really fun way to drop down here. Also, I'm curious, if I stand on this and Link stands on it and this thing falls, am I gonna take fall damage? I'm gonna stay on it. Wow! Nice soft landing on this really soft rock. Okay. So this needs to go to the green. So that's why the minecart system is here. So I can bring it with me. However, this one seems to be... If I look this direction... Okay. So this one's wing. This one they want you to use a wing. Grab the eye. Attach the eye to this. I probably don't want this uneven. Put it in front of... Okay, I guess there. You're not gonna start moving yet. And in theory, I should be able to attach a rocket and be fine. And I need to have the rocket face the correct direction, which is this way. So... And we're off! We need to go to the green, which is this way. Please land perfectly. Perfect. Okay. You're coming with me. Wait a second. Grand Abandoned Central Mine. Wait, actually, wait, is this where I need to be? I forget the name of the place that they were talking to me about, the other constructs. This might actually be the place. I don't think this is where I get the ability from, but the other constructs were saying come here, I think. Oh my god. I see. I can't tell if this is a good idea or a bad idea that I'm doing this. But I get it. I understand what I gotta do. This is a really long, involved quest, and I am down to do the whole thing. I direct you to the 4 chasms across the plateau above. Each one has one of my eyes nearby. Drop them into the chasms and then deliver them to me. You have returned one of my eyes to me thus far. After you have found my eyes on the plateau above, each of them near the chasm, bring every last one of them to me. This is really cool and really fun. And really spooky. Grab these Poes while they're here too. So we did this one. So now we don't need this pin anymore. We know exactly where we're going. However, I will put the pin here anyways, just so I can see it from other places. Okay. Then I will come back here. We will do the Cryonis area next. I want to go up to King Rome's grave, because I'm just curious if they put anything here. Knowing what they've been doing with this game, I feel like they did put something here. Are you guys really angry that I put one of your friend's arms on my sword? There's a Korok up here. Of course there is. Oh. Oh. Royal Claymore? Hey, that actually kind of hits deep for anyone who's played Age of Calamity. Because, the weapon that King Rome uses in his moveset is a Royal Claymore. I'm not picking that up. I'm not gonna do it. Are those ring ruins? What is that? Something is over there. Something is over there. And if it's ring ruins, that's interesting. But I'm not gonna get sidetracked with that right now. These guys are all asleep. Yes, I know I picked up the Silent Princess on the grave near Hyrule Castle, but, you know, too bad. You haven't had to melt any ice yet. Thank God they made ice melts a bajillion times faster. Also, there's a Korok in the middle of the lake. Alright, well, here's an idea. First, I want to do this. Okay, there's the eye. What we want to do is we want to go into the menu. We want to drop cart. Does the cart float? The cart does in fact float. Then let's recall you. Okay, wait. Wait. I've got this, trust me. Hello. There. Now, with all of that, I can now plop this in the middle of the lake. Grab the Korok. And then get myself back to safety. If this thing's gonna do a flip. It needs to be this. The Korok is blocking the reverse path? That's so rude. I'll just jump for it. Alright, anyway, the eye. I'm now going to have to drop another cart. I'm just going to leave that there. That's a lost cause. We're going to have to drop another cart. Actually, I'm going to try a stabilizer. Attach this to the stabilizer. Make it stand upright. And then drop it down the hole. Why do you do this? Well, the eye fell down here anyway. So, sure, I guess. Alright, well, now that we went to this area in reverse, I now understand what I have to do. And this is actually part of another shrine puzzle that we did in the past. And this should just work, actually, shouldn't it? Yes. I cheesed it in the shrine, but that's the way you're supposed to do it. Now, since we do this in reverse, what we gotta do now is pretty much bring the eye with us this way, and we have to go back to this area. That way we can use the wing to fly back. I'm gonna need you to stop. Hold on. I'm gonna need you to stop. For just a moment. I saw a chest down here. Miner's trousers. The bioluminescent lamps on these trousers shed light on where you step. They come in handy when walking in darkness. There's also a halberd down here. I don't know what that was, but it fell off. Oh, and this takes us right underneath it. Which is perfect. So to get this thing off of here, and there's just a bunch of platforms that we can put that on. However, there's a chest down here too. If this is the miner helmet, then we'll have the full set. I don't know what else could be here other than like a large Zonite charge. Or like, they put the Master Sword down here for some reason. I was genuinely thinking we'd go to the Great Plateau and get the Master Sword from that cutscene we saw. So, the fact that there was nothing related to that here is very interesting. But this is like a whole-ass altar. So this is something. There's like Zonai script on that. There's a chest right here on an altar. One singular large Zonite crystal. That's the most unexciting thing it could have been. Oh god, his hands. Well, that was his ass. I just picked that out of his ass. I literally just took a shit nugget out of his ass. I didn't even attach all this. And here we are again. You have returned 2 of my eyes to me thus far. After you have found my eyes on the plateau above, each of them near a chasm, bring every last one here to me. Okay, so, the next one on the list is, I guess, the bomb area. So I've been curious about these. Are these Yiga frogs? Those are definitely Yiga frogs. Did the Yiga clan fucking seize King Rome's house? And of course I can't fucking burn this down because it's raining. They made it really hard to get in there. And by really hard, I mean... shit. Really hard. Hold on. I'll, shield jump. Good. There's just a door. I'll just take the door. What the hell did you do to King Rome's house? Anything up top? I think there was a Korok up here in Breath of the Wild. Nothing that I see now. Can I go in? Who's there? Wait, you? You're Link! Thought you ambushed us, did you? Well, you're the one getting ambushed today. Oh, Yiga Blade Master. Hold on. I don't have any health. Hold on. I gotta eat real quick. Alright. You are going to die to my pulp machine. It would be really cool if there was anyone related to Suga in this game. Don't spoil me on that if there is. Just thinking out loud. Well, I need those. Oh. Got a map of Hyrule. Oh, you're actually a person. I'm working as fast as I can. Please, just give me a little more time. Wait, you're not one of them. You chased off the Yiga clan? You mean I can get out of here? Hurrah! Those Yiga guys were forcing me to make weird outfits for them. It was awful. Why me? I guess your guess is as good as mine. Maybe because of my reputation for flashy fashion. I really let CC brand threads touch this body. I don't want this mask I made fall into their hands, but I can't bring it with me. Say, would you take this? A Yiga clan outfit? Mask? A mask supplied to members of the Yiga clan. It covers the entire face, keeping them keeping even breath sounds to a minimum. Perfect for sneaking, but lacks protection due to its light material. That thing is decidedly not my style, but it's yours. More power to you. I'm actually dressed like this so that I can confess my feelings to the woman who stole my heart. Her name is Nobo. She's beautiful, with a fashion sense that rivals my own. I mean, Nobo's an interesting name. But your name is also Pitar, so... she's probably at a stable somewhere, I think. Maybe.
Oh.
At any rate, we're meant to be, so I know that my fate will guide me toward her. Take care now. I hope you find someone to love you too. I have. Link definitely has. This is a little trapdoor. What is that? The Yiga Bulletin. Confidential updates from the hideout. Item 1. Our research division has developed new vehicles. The Doomringer and Hover Doom Mark III. One of these vehicles is damaged. Please contact a member of the research division in the depths right away. Item 2 is imperative that all espionage agents in the field learn the Earthquake technique. Addendum. The Earthquake technique can only be learned at the hideout's training area. This little piece of wood is bothering me. It feels like there's a trapdoor under there. Why is my thing on fire? So this is interesting. I think it's showing the different Yiga Clan hideouts. So there's the one on the Great Plateau. There's one by Korok Forest. There's one at the actual Yiga hideout in Gerudo. And there's one all the way in Akala, which could be over here. Maybe they took over the tech lab. Maybe it could be the giant fucking maze. Also, it looks like the maze is possibly flooded now, which is going to be so much fun. Unless, because it's not in the sky. That's still there. This area in the sky... oh, it's multi-layered. There's one in the sky, too. Interesting. Maybe it got cut in half and part of it's on the floor and part of it's on the sky. Well, it's freaking... look at the little demon face. Yiga mask. Makes me look ridiculous, but that's kind of funny that I have that. Also, we never put this on. Now we're fucking styling, dude. Also, I should put these on. Just to... I'm a lizard man. Yeah, look at me, I'm a lizard man. No one will suspect a thing, because I'm a lizard man. I want... frickin' my stuff back on, though. I don't really need the coal anymore, so I'll put all of this on. Sort all of that. And get me out of here. It's gonna start thunderstorming soon, but it's gonna be great. This not being on fire is bothering me. But I don't think it's gonna work because it's raining. Which is wonderful. Anyway, back to our current objective. There was a weird shadow. I thought that was a thing falling, but I didn't see anything fall. Now, what has happened over here? Can I get my Nintendo Switch shirt? Just want to see where the Guardian used to be. You know, it would be nice to see, like, a little bit of a Guardian, just for nostalgia's sake. I understand why they're not here, because they used to be right here. Just, in all this year's time, they got rid of, like, all of the Guardian stuff. We don't need to blow up the wall, however, I might need to blow up the wall. I need to find the eye. Is this gonna work in the rain? Good. Glad that bombs work in the rain. Yep, there it is. Great Plateau, East Chasm. I think I'll just chuck it. Alright, so we just chuck this in, I think. Because that starts the... it's just gonna start tumbling now. That starts the quest update, so it should just be down here now. Oh no. Game lag. Actually, I should also put on the glowy Joey. Honestly, I really don't like the glow effect in this game. It doesn't even do anything. I mean, possibly later when we're able to upgrade our gear, maybe we can make the glow stronger, but it doesn't do anything. I'd rather just throw a right room seed down. We haven't been here yet, so I don't know where to bring this just yet. We've got more wings. Is it just a straight shot there? From here, it just looks like it's a straight shot there. So we just attach the minecart. I'm not gonna use a wheel. Attach the fan. Alright, you could leave me alone, I think. I want to pick up these poes. The minecart track stops! Ah! Donkey Kong Country! Alright, well, we made it. That one wasn't even that big of a trek. I mean, this one's the closest to the area anyway. Random thing I wanted to bring up. First, I want to figure out how to get up here. No, it's just right here. Perfect. One random thing I wanted to bring up. For absolutely no reason other than I've been saving just talking about this until streaming Tears of the Kingdom, and now I'm 3 hours into my stream and I forgot to talk about it. Is that, I like to buy or just eat random things that are, like, something I wouldn't normally get. I just like to randomly try new things sometimes that are just, like, very random things. Also, it's still really annoying to get out of here. Honestly, it's easier to go here than it is to go here. So we'll just travel back this way. So I'll sometimes just have random things I haven't eaten before just to see what they're like. So I saw, at work, there was, new Doritos. So I wanted to see what they were, new chips, but they were Doritos. So sometimes I'll have, like, a random chip flavor that I've never had before. So there was, like, very recently, I had seen, like, I think, like, Doritos made, like a cool barbecue flavor, and I hadn't had that before, because it said it was new, so I went to go, to have that. Also, are these hand guys still here? I hope not. I went to go have that, and they were really good. I ended up getting another bag of those. I've had 2 bags of those. But I was at work, the other day, and they had, hot mustard and tangy ketchup, Doritos. And, oh, there's a Korok over here. I completely missed this. I walked past this Korok. Hold on, is this one of those flowers I have to follow? It is. We haven't had one of these yet. I think they made the sound of the flower a lot more loud. But I ended up buying the tangy ketchup Doritos. Just because it's weird. I like, some of my personal tastes are just things that are stupid and weird. That most other people wouldn't enjoy. I find massive enjoyment out of that. It's like different types of music. I've heard discussions of the new music we're getting in the new season to Splatoon 3, which is already out by the time you're seeing this on YouTube. But it's in the style of some of the music that was in Splatoon 2, and a lot of Splatoon 2's music was not favored by most. But it's some of my favorite songs in the game. Also, are we getting a Blood Moon? I think we're getting a Blood Moon. Right with a thunderstorm, too, which is great. So I got the ketchup Doritos. And I already have ketchup things all the time, since chicken and chicken-related product is still part of my palate of things that I eat consistently since I was a kid. Get out of here. Also, did they make this a cave? This was a small little cave I always thought was interesting in Breath of the Wild. There was nothing in it. Did they turn it into anything? They turned it into a Korok. Long story short, the ketchup Doritos, really good. They don't suck as much as I thought they would. And, I think they're very tasty. It's, tangy ketchup is the flavor of it. And it sure is. It definitely has a little bit of a ketchup taste to it. You can taste it. I think it's a very funny flavor of chip to eat. So I will continue to eat this bag. I probably will not buy a second bag. However, if you want to try something funny, apparently these are, like, a random limited time thing. Like, they have, like, limited time things that they have, and then they, like, re-release them later. And I'm pretty sure this is what used to be one of them. And now it's back again. So, if you want some tangy ketchup Doritos, it's very funny. Also, this puzzle's still here, which is nice. They still have the chest in the same spot. There used to be fire arrows in here. I can just go over here and grab this, though. Bomb flowers. We take those. Also, I forgot about this Korok. There was a Korok over here. And thus the Blood Moon rises once again. We can, skip that one. Where does this Korok need to go? Because I forgot about him. Over there. I can't tell how far away that is. It quite literally is. I didn't even see the camp at the Shrine of Resurrection. I could have just brought him up with me when we were going there in the first place. It would have been nice to build a car, but the car didn't work. So, too bad. I didn't even see this place. Thank you for the Korok seeds. It doesn't spawn until you speak to the Korok. That would make sense. That's also really dumb. Oh, also this tree stump. I want to go over here. There used to be a bunch of other shrines that show up here. From the Champion's Ballad stuff. Yep, there's a Korok up here. Use a bomb to blow all that up. Yahi. And this stump down here. There also used to be a Korok in here, so I'm just curious if there's anything else. I don't think there is. Possibly in here? Nope. Yep, it's just in the water. Okay. Yeet. Steady my descent. Alright, yeah, the glow does not do anything. I need a Bright Bloom Seed. We need to head south. This direction. Oh, there's a light route here. That would be the one underneath the plateau. Yeah, perfect. Thank God. Not your... Oh, and that connects all of that together. That's wonderful. That's another type of post all up there. I also need to just... I need to get the light route over there, which we'll get to. I think they might just want to have you walk this one over, because there doesn't really seem to be much else. You just have the light route light up your way, and you walk there. Yeah, it's just that. They could also make you, like, build another vehicle. I'm just gonna walk it over there. As I'm walking this over there, though, I can talk about something. I had a really interesting dream recently, which was I dreamt an entire Nintendo Direct in my head. And I don't really know how that necessarily happened, it's just what my dream was about. And the only thing I can remember about the dream itself was that there was a new entry in the Mario and Luigi series RPGs announced in this dream. I also need to see what this is, because this is, like, super wispy, and I don't remember seeing anything like this before. Grand Poe. A glowing spirit orb found all over the depths, offered to a bargainer statue for rewards. They seem to possess vast power. They're worth 20. Big brain. But in my dream, a new entry in the Mario and Luigi series was announced, and it was called Mario and Luigi Old Tales and Paper Trails, which is supposed to be a sequel to Mario and Luigi Paper Jam that involves Paper Mario in the story again. And in my dream, I was seeing the characters interacting with Goombella and Vivian and the Yoshi Kid character partner from Thousand Year Door, as well as Professor Colorado. And, like, my dream was, like, super cool. And then I woke up. And was really upset. What the hell is going on here? I don't even know if I want to interact with this yet. This is another construct guy. No, I don't need to interact with that. These guys are studying this thing. And, it's probably gonna be like, this construct needs to have me activate this area before I go over there or something. So... yeah, I need to get up from here. It's just like another thing. Hold on. Oh, so this takes me directly to the light route. Where the hell am I? Is this the same place? Yeah, it's underneath. I need to go underneath. These guys were here the whole time. Perfect. So, I don't remember what a lot of the gameplay in my dream looked like, but it would have been awesome to have another Mario and Luigi game cross over with Paper Mario to its fullest potential with classic Paper Mario characters. I haven't even thought about Paper Mario in a while. Sugar Conroy's Paper Mario LP ended a few months ago, and I haven't really thought about much Paper Mario since then, so I don't know what got me dreaming about that, but... here's the fourth eye. What does this do?
You have returned to me my eyes, the vessels of my spirit. We can now speak properly. In ancient times my eyes were stolen and sealed away. For eons I have awaited one who would hear my voice and return them to me. And here you are. As promised, I will repay your kindness by bestowing good fortune upon you.
Do I just get one for free? I think it's just I get one for free. I got a heart earlier. I'll take a stamina vessel.
The strength that you have chosen will be yours.
Wow. Honestly worth it, because I was literally going to 4 different shrine-like areas that used to be shrines, and now I get a thing. So, I'll take free stamina.
Your wish is granted. You who have revived my spirits for vessels, make an offering. Offer pose to me, spirits that ought to return to the afterlife.
Yes.
My brethren and I have combined our power to create the Dark Trousers. If you desire it, you must make a suitable offering.
Cool. I get the Dark Link pants. Trousers obtained by offering pose to a strange statue. They look normal at first, but on closer inspection, they resemble the legs of a monster born of shadow. And I can also rebuy other amiibo gear. We can buy multiple Masks of Awakening. We can buy magic rods down here. We can rebuy the Big Oron Sword, the Dusk Claymore, the Fierce Deity Sword, Seabreeze Boomerang. I need to buy a second Fierce Deity Sword and fuse 2 Fierce Deity Swords together. But I'm not going to do that. Honestly, this is a good form of grinding if you didn't want to get the stuff from Amiibo over and over again and you were just getting a lot of pose, because you could sell all this stuff for 600 rupees a pop and then just buy all of it again with pose. Very good. I'm glad that we took on the Great Plateaus challenge of this massive Poe statue. We need to go up from here. Perfect. And then we can take on this. Oh, it's a teleport point. Would have been really good to have this unlocked earlier. Authorizer verified. It's moving! Offering auto build to authorizer now. This is the ability! This is where you get it? It's under the Great Plateau the whole time? Under the Temple of Time? Please utilize it as you explore and excavate the depths for Zonite. This is the final hand ability. I can now give my hand jobs to do. Auto build. Instantly recreate your Ultra Hand projects using nearby items in Zonite. Auto build records your previous creations. Did I see what I thought I saw? Did that thing just give you a power we've been researching? That's incredible. Could you give us a demonstration? Let me see what the text has to say. Hold on. This ability will allow you to commit any structure you create to memory. Any object committed to memory can be instantly reproduced. I know just what to use it on. As luck would have it, both of our vehicles just broke, and we've been struggling to put them back together again. The one on the round pedestal lost a wheel. The square pedestal has fallen to pieces. But if you put wheel back onto the first one, you should be able to use your power to repair the second one in no time flat. Come on. Come on. Let's see it in action. Fix them up quick. You can start by repairing the one on the round pedestal first. Wow, look at that! That wheel's right back on there, snug as a bug. Now it's time for the main event, the one in pieces on the square pedestal. Use that new power of yours, fix it up lickety-split. Things you make are stored in auto-build history. They can be easily accessed from there. The super spring that I did a while ago. And then this. Oh, yes, dudes. Whoa, it's like I'm seeing double. Built in less than no time flat too. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Thank you, Ancient Power. The texts were right after all. I'll say that power is incredible. Oh, Master! I was gonna say, I thought the auto-build was related to the Yiga clan in some way, because I could have sworn I saw some things related to the Yiga clan with this. But no, they japed me. It is related to the Yiga clan after all. And I think I know who this is. Well, look at that. The legends were true. Great work, both of you. Also, are you... Interesting. You too, stranger. Credit where credit is due. Yes. Credit where credit is... Okay. I thought it was gonna do stupid retcon shit again. If there's no foe I'll ever forget, it's the man who cast me from my Gerudo Desert hideout into these very depths. The lore! That was the only location into the depths known to man? And it just happened to be at the Yiga hideout, and that's where we defeated Master Koga. He fell down the hole. So he's been down here for like 6 years researching all the stuff in the depths, so that's how they have all the stuff down here already. They've been hiding down here in secret. Very interesting. It was you! Now I live for vengeance, both upon that no-good Zelda and upon my sworn enemy. That means you, Link. We meet again at last. And don't try to tell me you've forgotten me. We are bound by fate, you and I. Hear my name and tremble in fear. I am the leader of the Yiga clan, the strong, the depths-defying, from the ashes rising. Master Koga! I saw it all. I saw the moment you obtained the ancient power we've sought so long for. The highlight of the musty old texts we found in this land. It remembers objects you've assembled and can instantly reproduce them. A long-lost ability from the distant past. So you're cheating! Here we are, working ourselves to the bone and to build things by hand. And you just whip them up in an instant? That's not fair! You know who could have used that power. The one we worship and revere, the Magnificent One. If we offered it to him, we could have both crushed you and Zelda both. But you just walked right up and snatched it away. Now I'm gonna snatch it back! Prepare yourself! He's fucking driving around in a shitty chariot. I fought King Babam before. I don't have a sword. Wait, before I forget. Wait. I gotta take a picture of him. Nope, not a good one. Great. No! My pulverizer. I don't have a lot of good shit. Like, all my good shit's my two-handed weapons. Alright, fuck it. The Fierce Deity Claymore. That's literally killing him. I actually think that's cheating. I probably shouldn't use that. I'm gonna use this one. I also just hit him with a duplex bow in the eyes. Oh, the windshield! Dude, chill. Chill out, my guy. You don't need to do that. I'm curious, can I recall him? I don't think I can. I'll kill you with your own bow. Ah, you pesky little pest! Why won't you stand still and let me squish you? Well, fine, I suppose I can let you off easy for today. You think you're so smart? But I've already found a whole bunch of ruins down here. I saw your little trick there. You used your right hand to get that construct going. I'll grab that power you cheated me out for myself. Off the southwestern abandoned mine. Then the Magnificent One and I will guide this world to its miserable end, and there's nothing you can do to stop us. You don't need auto build, you just made a thing yourself, so don't follow me! Fucking Diddy Kong racing yourself away. My guess is a Giga Clan themed paraglider is in this chest. Huge Zonite charge, crystallized charge crystal. A complete crystal made by condensing Zonite charges process from Zonite equal to 100 normal crystallized charges. Excuse me. Thank you for repelling the trespassers. I hope you will pardon me for listening in on your conversation. That man mentioned a mine to the southwest. I suspect that he is referring to the former Gerudo mine. That place flourished with activity long ago, like this one. Ore was constantly unearthed and refined. There are statues that point the way to the abandoned Gerudo mine. Follow them to reach that destination. I recommend you begin by making your way to the light you see over there. One more thing before you set out on your journey. There is something I would like you to have. Please speak with my associate when possible. Thank you for driving out the trespassers. I will no longer need to hide in order to avoid detection. There is another reason that is good to have you come. I see that you have the ability to auto-build. That means this, schema stone I carry is for you. Schema stone. These stone slabs depict schematics of things such as Zonai vehicles. Auto-build saves the schematic and builds it on command. Oh, yes, dude. New ability has been registered to your auto-build. You should be able to auto-build an additional design. Please wait while I prepare the necessary parts for you to test out the schema stone. Schema stones can help you build things you have never before imagined. I hope that you find this one useful. Oh, this is wonderful. I would use this to go after Master Koga. He's off in quite literally this direction. I don't want to do Gerudo stuff yet, but that is an option of stuff to do. However, also, if this guy's working on a forge, I think we can just use that crystal we just got, by the way. Processing Zonite. Yes. Oh, well, not that. Yeah, I want these Zonite charges. Large Zonite charge. Requires the big bucks. How many of these can I buy? These require big bucks. These also require big bucks. I want to take 2, which is 6 pieces of large Zonite. Yes. Or the large charges. So there we go. Now we can go back to Lookout Landing and work with that, which will be great. I'm just curious as to if I bring this over here and turn this on. I don't want to go this way yet. I want to go to the left. Okay, well, there should be a light route around here. Is this just a wall? That's a wall. This is a wall. How the fuck am I getting this? Wait. That's right, it's the waterfall. I have to go this way to get it, which means I have to go from over here. And I don't even need to be over here in the first place.